Hello there, this is Freddy with Leviathan Scuba.com. Ear problems solved. If you're one of those people that has problems with their ears on a dive trip, I have the answer. A couple of magic drops, problem solved. Sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? I thought so too. We'll get to that in just a minute. I am very excited to review this product for you today, a product called EarShield. The reason I'm so excited is because what it actually is going to do for you if you're one of those people that has problems with your ears. And I'm not just talking on the first dive or the second dive. I'm talking extended dive trips when third or fourth day your ears start to hurt, right? No more ear infections, little to no water left in your ears. And I am one of those people that has problems with my ears. Problem is the ear canal. Mine are a little smaller, sometimes people are. Water gets down in there and it stays in there. And even if it doesn't completely stay in there, enough does that has bacteria in it, whether you dive fresh or salt water, that bacteria stays nice and warm inside your ear canal and it's humid in there. And after a few days, you can easily get an ear infection. I do. I can't make it past 3 or 4 days before I start to feel the pain or my ears get so full of water that I can't hear anything and it drives me a little crazy. So I've been seeking out the answers for a while and I found a product I love to share with people. I bring it on every dive trip and I let people try it all the time. It makes a believer out of them. So, cool factor, can a product like eardrops be cool? Well, like I say, I take it on every single trip with me and people see me using it and they're like, what is that stuff? And I tell them what it's for and what it does for me. And they get curious, they try it, and then they always buy it. And even if I'm on a trip and somebody forgot theirs, but they know about it, they're like, Freddy, do you have any of that ear stuff? And so, yeah, it solves a constant problem, and I'm telling you, having that in your dive bag, and you cure that kind of problem for people, because it's a big deal. You're cool. So for the cool factor, I give this product an 8. You're cool for just using it, and it's a good choice. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the features of this product. It's really, really pretty simple. Right? It is 3 different oils. You have mineral oil, you have olive oil, and you have tea tree oil. And those are the features. And what it does basically is it coats the inner ear with those oils. And they all 3 do a little something for you. And that's what makes the product so good. But it's pure, no artificial ingredients, and it works very simply. Okay, so in this little tiny bottle, there's 180 sprays. So if you figure you're going to squirt 1 drop in one side, 1 drop in the other side, it's going to last you 90 dives, okay, in theory. And I've never been able to get that many out of it simply because so many people want to borrow it. And I'm testing it and letting other people try it, that I never get that many out of it. But it's a great product. So 180 sprays per bottle. It's totally sealed. The package won't leak. It can dump. It can sit in your shaving kit or your mask boxes where I keep mine. It gets shipped to you in a package like so. So when it's inside, it can't even accidentally get pushed. Okay. So as far as the features go, that's it. Pretty simple, but it's works just like they say it do. So for the features, we're going to give it a rating of a 9. No question, okay? Now, function. Actually using the product. Does it really work? Does it live up to the hype and what I'm telling you about? Well, remember I said 1 drop on each side, so you don't have a lot in there. It coats it pretty good. And in reality, what's happening is the olive oil can absorb and it helps coat your skin on the inside so the water doesn't actually touch your inner ear. It's kind of like if I put oil on my arm and then you put water over it, it's just going to bead off. And that's what it does on the inside. Now the tea tree oil kills bacteria, so bacteria cannot live in the presence of the tea tree oil. So anything that gets started actually dies And that's the beauty of that. And because it's a natural product, it doesn't harm your ears when you're using it in there. Some of the best advice I can give to somebody though is you don't want to miss a dive. In other words, use this product the very first dive of your trip, because you don't want to get water in there first ahead and all that kind of starting. Now the tea tree oil, if you did forget, would kill the bacteria, but honestly the water doesn't come out as easy once you get it in your ear without this product. That's part of the beauty, because it sheds water. Once you're coated on the inside and you shake, the water comes right out, much easier. Maybe not 100% of it, but most of it does. So that's why I say use it on the very, very first dive, okay? One thing I want to caution you is, if a little bit is good, that a bunch more isn't any better. If you put too many drops in your ear, then you've filled your ear up with an oil and it's going to have trouble coming out too, because it can only absorb so slowly. So the way I use it is I use it on the first dive of the day. And it depends if you're going all day, all night, whatever. Like on a liveaboard, you're doing 4 or 5 dives in one day. The first dive I use it. It's good for morning and it'll last into the afternoon. But if you're going to go do a night dive, you might want to do it again. Okay, and so as far as function, that's pretty simple. You just use it. It works. You don't have to do anything with it. And so we're going to give it a rating of a 10. Actually, our highest rating. It's badass. Okay? Now, as far as quality, our first rating we ever did this, we weren't able to give it a quality because we didn't use it long term. So I was always worried, what if it gets old? What if you only use it a little bit every year? Will it last many, many years? And yes, it does. It doesn't yellow, it doesn't discolor, it stays purely functional. I've had bottles where I set it aside and let it sit for 3 years and then used it. It was just fine. And the material, like I said, no artificial preservatives or anything weird like that. Okay, no strange ingredients. It doesn't use a delivery of alcohol or anything that might burn your ears. It's just those 3 oils. So it's pretty good. So as far as quality goes, we're gonna give it a 9, right? No question. Now, as far as value goes, I will say, at the time of this review, this bottle is about 24 bucks. I don't know what that sounds like to you. Some people might think that's kind of expensive for a little bit of oil, but 180 squirts, so potentially 90 dives out of that thing, and or more, because you use it 1 for every 3 dives or something. So I don't think it's that expensive. And I'll tell you what, to be honest with you, for what it does for you, I would spend twice as much for that. I hope they're not listening. It is value for sure. So for value, we're going to give it a rating of a 9. No question. No question. Okay? So the pros for EarShield. It's simple to use. A squirt in each ear. That's it. You're done. And it works. It solves a major problem. The cons, so many people will want to try it that you're never going to get a full 180 sprays out of it because you're going to be letting so many people use it. So that's probably the negative. It works so good, and when people try it and find out you have it, and maybe they saw the review and they want to try it too, right? My original rating of this product when we did our first review probably 3 or 4 years ago was an 8.5 because we hadn't used it for a long time. I upgraded it because I've been using it now for 5 years and it impresses me even more. So for our overall badass rating, we're going to give this product a 9. No question. Okay? So to summarize, I'm going to say this product works great. It solves a problem for divers. I won't dive without it. And I'll tell you what, I'll even give you this challenge. If you catch me on a dive trip and I don't have this on me, I don't have it in my dive bag, I'll give you a bottle for free. That's how much I use it. I will not dive without it, okay? So you're gonna want this in your dive bag. So check it out at leviathanscuba.com and try a bottle. You won't be disappointed, I promise. Have a great day. You know why we do this? We do this to help you. And if this has helped in some way, would you consider helping us and give us a like below? And if you know somebody who might benefit from these videos, please share it with them. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. That way you'll know when the next one comes out. Make it a great day.